70 miles outside of the hotel, Death Valley Inn that we're staying in. And what a view.
The previous episode saw us ride the amazing Tioga Pass through Yosemite National Park, and now we're heading for an overnight stay in Mammoth Lakes. Fortunately, it was only about a half an hour ride from our refreshment stop at the deli to our hotel in Mammoth Lakes. Mammoth Lakes is one of the largest ski areas in the United States. It's located in the Sierra Nevada mountains at an altitude of 7,880 feet. It has a population of just over 7,000. And for us it was an ideal stopover after our ride through Yosemite National Park. And so, after a Starbucks coffee and a reassessment of our accommodation for the night, we're heading for the Westin Hotel. So here we are, arriving at the Westin Hotel, which in fairness wasn't our first choice of hotel. When I planned the original route, we were due to stay at the Austria Hof Hotel, but when we arrived there to check in, it was such an awful place with such a miserable customer service, we just couldn't stand the thought of spending a night there. So we did some quick googling and opted for the Westin Hotel, which was infinitely better. Job done. This is why I never bother having a bike with a chain. You know, you get something with a shaft drive, save all the hassle.
Oh, but that would mean changing my Tiger, and that's not going to happen.
No, you don't want to change that Tiger for anything. Bike sorted. Let's go check out our room.
great room.
Yeah.
Kitchen facilities. A lot of the hotels seem to have little kitchenettes actually.
Yeah.
Where you can put stuff in the fridge. This one's got a dishwasher and a microwave oven. This is the bathroom. It's got a tub and a shower. Not that I think it'll be the right temperature to have a tub today, but it's great that it's got it. And then this is the room. Nice big bed.
Yeah, huge bed.
Huge bed.
Huge screen.
Huge telly.
And through the trees, actually there's a view of the mountains of Mammoth Lakes in the background there.
Yeah, great view. Look at that. We've had some great views today on the ride. And we're able to get to El Capitan much closer than we thought, weren't we?
Yeah. It was an incredible day of riding, probably one of the best we've ever done, through the most spectacular scenery you can imagine. It was worth getting up early because we didn't have a long queue or line to get into the park.
Yep.
Perfect. So we're going to download the stuff, relax a bit, and then just maybe grab a beer later on.
Yep, we'll do it.
Well, evening folks, and it's finally beer o'clock here at the Westin in Mammoth Lakes. So let's go and see what they have to offer. So we've got a sports bar here. Excellent. Let's see what kind of beers they've got. This will be fine.
Want to order a drink, darling?
Yeah, I do, actually. Beer o'clock.
To celebrate a brilliant day. Probably one of the best rides we've ever done.
The best rides we've ever done, and so that's why I'm drinking a huge pint of IPA to celebrate. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, that's right. We've both gone for soup. It looks like a creamy cauliflower.
It's a creamy cauliflower with balsamic vinegar. It's really lovely, actually. It's a little thick.
Very thick. It's some spoon up in it. Anyway, let's have a go. It's arrived, and you're going for a very healthy big salad.
It's supposed to be a lettuce. It's supposed to be a salad.
Yeah, it's got two wedges of it.
But it looks like a huge
And
salad.
blackened shrimp.
Blackened shrimp and fries. And then you went for your vegetable plate.
Vegetables and blackened cod. With a fine glass, only a glass, of Pinot Noir. So if you're ever visiting Mammoth Lakes, would we recommend a stay at the Westin Hotel?
The Westin wasn't on our original plan, but having arrived at Austria Hof Lodge and experienced a tired, grubby-looking building and reception, and a less than pleasant welcome from the receptionist who clearly didn't want to be there, or want us to be there, we made a judgment call to find alternative accommodation. The Westin's a fair walk from the main town, but they do offer a shuttle for guests. Mammoth Lakes is clearly a ski resort with over 60% of its revenue coming during the winter months, but it's a pretty town and a convenient place to stop after an amazing ride through Yosemite and on our way to Death Valley. Our room was large and bright and overlooked trees and mountains. The bed was large and comfortable and, as seems the norm in the US, had kitchen facilities including a microwave, fridge, kettle, coffee machine and lots more. The service was excellent and the receptionist and waiter, sorry I didn't get their names, and the valet Jason were a real credit to the hotel. Parking is plentiful and underground, so it's very secure. American cars are typically large, so parking was a lot easier than in some of the European car parks we've been to. There's lots of cafes and restaurants in the area, but we decided to give the White Bark restaurant at the hotel a go. That turned out to be a great choice as the food, wine and service were all excellent. The Westin's a 4-star on booking.com and was a lovely place to stay. It wasn't cheap, particularly as we'd already paid for the first grimy hotel, but we were really glad we'd arrived in Mammoth Lakes early so we could dodge what we thought was a significant bullet.
that's it, folks. We had a great night last night in the Westin in Mammoth Lakes. Incredible day in Yosemite. Today we're off to the Death Valley Inn and then followed by Vegas. Thanks very much. Yeah, so we're headed to the Death Valley Inn today, which is not in the Death Valley National Park, but it's still going to be very hot, probably mid to high 30s. And in preparation for that, we bought these Zero Fit. It's like skin tight stuff. Supposed to keep you cool, but now's a great opportunity to try it out. So we'll let you know when we arrive at the Death Valley Inn. And we got our water packs. So let's get on the road and we'll check in later on. So this was going to be our route today. Another quite long day in the saddle. By the end of it, probably 6 hours or so, after a few stops and some refueling, but hopefully again some more stunning scenery as we cross the state line from California into Nevada. And once again, the scenery didn't disappoint.
Lay down, been ungiven. I'll take your skin. Naked among them sins. Let go of what has been. Make it all glow. Dress up inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your eyes.
I was pretty sure that by the time we reached that mountain range ahead, we'd be crossing the state line that separates California from Nevada. But either way, it was time to stop, take some photos and videos, and just soak up the magnificent landscape we were riding through again.
The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, the welcome of the dawn. The voice of the robin, the call of the dove. Red leaves are falling, the barn owl is calling, the welcome of the dawn.
Time was getting on now and we hadn't even had breakfast, but luckily we came across this tiny little community of Benton Station, a remote and historic stop at the junction of Highway 6 and Highway 120.
All our
Nowadays it serves as a key and often only resource for petrol, a convenience store and, thankfully for us, a cafe. Benton flourished as a mining town in the 1860s, hosting almost 5,000 residents. An initial gold strike in 1862 attracted newcomers, and a thriving silver mining industry helped the town prosper for more than 50 years. However, now it has a population of about 368.
When we stopped for a break in Benton, we bumped into a couple of Harley riders, Jack and Wilson, who are both members of the Henchman Motorcycle Club from Sacramento.
And when I asked them where they were heading, they replied, "We don't know. We just decided to jump on our bikes and go on a road trip." And so as the henchmen rode off to a sunset somewhere, it was time for us to grab a bite to eat.
Like lunch, breakfast stop? Ham and cheese, tomato.
What a brilliant ride this morning. Wow. Through all sorts of different terrains and countrysides. You feel like you're a little bit in the middle of nowhere.
And we are. 2.5 hours to go.
You never know until it happens. Ain't a thing you see coming a mile away. But suddenly lightning somehow got into the bottle. Now you need to move fast to make it stay. You should hurry to love him now. You should hurry to love him now. It ain't a perfect world, we all wish it were. So girl, you can hesitate, or you should hurry to love him now.
When we turned off Highway 6 and onto the 264, we noticed our petrol was running a bit low, but fortunately our sat-nav indicated that there was some petrol 40 miles down the road in a place called Esmeralda. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that it was actually accurate information. Thankfully it did exist and it was open, which was a mighty relief. So fully fueled up now, we had about probably another couple of hours riding before we got to Beatty.
That's how love's supposed to feel. Like God and the devil have struck a deal. You should hurry to love him now. Oh, you should hurry to love him now. It ain't a perfect world, we all wish it were. So girl, you can hesitate, or you should hurry to love him now. Or be too late. You should hurry to love.
Even though we'd ridden and travelled fairly extensively around the US, the scale of the landscape still is mind-blowing. It's such a vast country.
Love him now. It ain't a perfect world, we all wish it were. So girl, you can hesitate, or you should.
It was always tempting to take lots of stops to take in the magnificent scenery, but we were mindful that in mid to high 30s it was getting pretty hot, so it was best to be on the move.
Hurry to love him now, or be too late.
question, where have you been? I can tell from your breath that you've been drinking. Lying seems so easy to you. Just wanna know what you're thinking. Nothing comes easy when it comes to you. You said you wanted to know me, but did you even try? All you do is find new ways to hurt me. You just wanna act like it's fine, but it's not alright. You just act like it's fine. Oh no, it's not alright. No, it's not alright. It's not alright. Remember all those good times? Was it all just a scene?
When we got to Forks Station and took a right onto Highway 95, we knew we had about 51 miles to get to Beatty.
I can sit here and talk about the memories, but I guess that's not what you wanna do. So I just wanna know what you're thinking, 'cause nothing comes easy when it comes to you. You said you wanted to know me, but did you even try? 'Cause all you do is find new ways to hurt me, when you just wanna act like it's fine, but it's not alright. It's not alright.
We were certainly enjoying ourselves on these empty roads. When you come from the UK, this is real freedom.
When did we make it so cold? The air is too thick to breathe. You remember all those good times? Was it all just a scene? You said you wanted to know me, but did you even try? 'Cause all you do is find new ways to hurt me, when you just wanna act like it's fine, but it's not alright. It's not alright. No, it's not alright.
And so, just after 6 hours after we set off this morning, we arrive at our final destination of the day, Beatty. Beatty has long been known as the gateway to Death Valley, as the national park is only about 7 miles away. But having said that, it's only a small place with about 700 residents, so it's fairly easy to find your way around. Now we just need to find the Death Valley Inn. Beatty, Nevada. It's 5 to 4. We set off. What time did we set off?
10 o'clock this morning.
10 o'clock this morning. It's been riding through 30 to 35 degrees in the desert. But anyway, we're here now. So let's go and check out the room. Not far to walk. It's a pretty basic place, as you can see. But you know, nice big bed, nice big TV screen, storage space, most importantly, aircon, bath and shower. Actually, that aircon's brilliant, isn't it?
It's really good. Yeah, it's really cool in here, which is great when it's been, what was it, 95 degrees?
So we had to stay in Beatty because we're off to Las Vegas tomorrow, and it was too long a haul to do it in one go, especially in that temperature. But so this is okay. It's functional. It's got a fridge. Anything in the fridge? Nope. We'll get some water and put it in there. And I'd say these are a godsend. We bought a couple of these hydration packs before we set off. We've never used them before on a motorbike trip, but we knew this was going to be pretty essential because of the temperatures. We're not in Death Valley, but this is Death Valley Inn, so we're not too far away. And so these have been fantastic, haven't
Wonderful. Yeah, we'd have been in trouble without
they?
those.
Never travel anywhere.
And it was a bit touch and go with the fuel, but actually the sat nav gave us a bit of a duff steer, and we managed to find some.
Yeah,
which was
so next fuel stop, 154 miles. So we were counting our fuel down slowly, but we passed this tiny little, one-horse town, and there was a gas station. So panic over. Anyway, let's get off out of these clothes and download some stuff and go and find a beer, because it must be beer o'clock very soon. Folks, it's that time. It's 5:45. It's 33 degrees, and we're here in Beatty, Nevada, and we're just off to find something to eat, a beer o'clock. And this is what we found. The friendly neighbourhood donkeys. Yeah. I know they won't fit in the top box.
Can I take that one home?
Brilliant. Right, let's find this place. So it looks like we found Smoking Joe's Barbecue. Smoking Joe's Barbecue.
This is the wine. This is the location.
It's fun. Cheers, babes. After a very hot ride through the desert, just staying in Smoking Joe's and decided to try out this place, the VFW. So maybe it's a veterans kind of thing. Anyway, is this it?
I'm a person under 21, so I can't go in, darling.
Oh no. I'll bring something out for you.
Over millions, there's one. But I do allow
So tell us about this place. What is it? It's a veteran.
It's a community veterans bar that is set up to support veterans from the local community. And when we came in, they asked us to sign a book because we're only allowed in as guests, which is really interesting. And the money that's generated from the restaurant goes to the veterans support.
That's great.
Which is just brilliant.
I'm more than happy to support the veterans.
Yeah, what a great.
People have actually done something. Excellent.
Cheers, babe.
Obviously, we're in America. A burger. Very nice.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, that was a great night last night, the Veterans Bar. 28 degrees and we're wandering back.
There it is, look. That's fine.
Oh, here it is. Let me show you. There we go. Well, let's head back, babe. Get some water. There's not a huge amount of choice in Beatty, but if you're passing through, is the Death Valley Inn worth staying at?
Our original plan was to ride through Death Valley, but after we've had messages from some of our US supporters who advised us that we may well fry in September, we decided to compromise and stay close but out of the valley. The first thing we noticed was the wild burros or donkeys wandering around the roads. Apparently there's about 800 of them, attracted by the nearby Amargosa River. The Death Valley Inn is in Beatty, a fairly small town, was a convenient stopover for our next stop, Las Vegas. There's a grocery store and a few diners as well as a fuel station, so everything we needed really. The hotel is laid out like many US motels, with rows of rooms in blocks with parking directly outside each room. The parking was convenient but wasn't secure, so we made sure the bikes were well locked. Our room was number 125 and was large with kitchenette facilities, a separate loo and mini tub. It was a bit dark, I think they all were, but it was clean with a large bed and TV and was fine for a night's stay. The hotel had no restaurant, but the lady at reception recommended a couple of diners. One was Smoking Joe's, which is where we started at beer o'clock. The other was VFW, or Veterans of Foreign Wars, which is a club and meeting place for US veterans. Non-vets can visit as guests, and we had a great evening with huge portions and very reasonable prices. The only time we had any interaction with the staff at the hotel was at check-in, where the receptionist was efficient and helpful. Death Valley Inn does offer breakfast. I had noticed that among their reviews on booking.com, where they get 3 stars, the only negative comments were about the rather dismal morning offering, and it really was very dismal. We decided to eat on the go instead. All in all, a convenient and pretty comfortable place to stay.